What's up, y'all? It's episode 6 of Athletic Adjustments. Here with Reggie.
I'm Roosevelt.
And yeah, it's been a minute, yeah. It's definitely been a minute, you know. Been in season. Season's over. So we got a lot to talk about, man. We got a lot in store. You know, today, our own guest for the day, so just gonna chop it up with y'all.
My first question for you is, going into the CIAA Tournament, how are you mentally preparing yourself?
Well, as you guys know, we had to play 4 games in 4 days, which going into it, we knew it was going to be, you know, physically exhausting, having to, play that many games and play that hard with, you know, everybody playing with their season on the line. So just physically doing a lot of stretching, a lot of, meditating, detaching from doing anything non-basketball related, really, to get, you know, my mind focused for us.
Yeah, man, just hearing you explain that sounds hectic. I'm not gonna lie. Bro, how you feel about the trades that's happening in the league?
Well, my favorite player is Luka, so I'm still on the fence whether I'm a Mavs fan or a Lakers fan. I don't know. A lot of people have a lot to say about you got to be a Mavs fan, but I don't. Me personally, I follow players. You feel me? So, who's your favorite player, by the way?
See, it always strikes me. Right now, I would have to say Ja.
Ja.
I would have to say Ja. If not Ja, then Ant. Only based off of their explosiveness. Because when I first started watching ball, on TV, it was always D Rose.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
For sure. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I like it for Luka. You know, I think he has a chance to win his first chip. And then my second favorite players, who I think is the best player, is LeBron. So them being on the same team is just crazy.
Yeah. Another person since you said LeBron, that's crazy because I was thinking of Kyrie as well. Kyrie is a player who I would also say is I like. Speaking of them, how do you feel about him tearing his ACL?
It is unfortunate and but it's part of basketball. It's just the Mavs organization, what they had to go through these, you know, last few weeks. It's been crazy. But like I said, it's part of basketball, and it just brings me back to our season and how good things have to go that people don't understand. Bigger than, you know, just making shots, and you got to stay injury free. People got to be on the same page, and it's a whole different level of not even just basketball, but sports in general, for things to go right, for people to be successful, you know. And actually doing it last year, you know, the experience, you know, when things go right, it just, you know, it makes it that much better and that more meaningful when everything, you know, goes right. And
yeah, man, just what else? Let me see.
But and Baltimore was definitely odd too. Why you didn't come out to Baltimore?
Well, I don't got my car right now. I gotta fix that joint. It's been a long time coming. Other than that, I would have drove over there for the experience though. Out of the athletic point of view, CIAA. Can you walk me through it since I've never been there?
That's in what regards?
Let's say the fans that come from school to go to Baltimore. You being a player, you obviously see them at the games. But can you break it down to the whole CIAA week?
Well, there's no amount of support that compares to support we get in Baltimore.
Okay.
First of all, as you guys know, we haven't had our gym this year, so we played a lot of games where it's pretty much empty, you know, right? And in a sense, you forget how much support is behind you, not being able to play your fans. It feels like people don't come out to the games, but in Baltimore, everybody in CI said we had the best support fan base there, and it was the most, you know, tickets ever sold, you know, from Lincoln. And especially from our freshman year, nobody really came. Nobody, you know, thought we had a chance of winning. People were checking into the hotels on Friday, waiting for us to get, you know, till Saturday. And then besides just coming to the games, just that hotel, the alumni, and, you know, you really get a feeling of, you know, Lincoln pride. People who's 40, 60, you know, I'm in the elevator asking people, what's your class, what crap, and we just bonding over you know, certain Lincoln experiences, what they had at Lincoln when they was here. Spoke to some alumni, he said there was a wrestling team here. I never knew that. So it was just a good vibe, networking and talking to certain alumni. It was fun.
How have Lincoln changed your life, like since playing basketball here?
Well, the biggest thing I would say is it took me away from where I come from. Like, especially over the summers, like, I just around things I wouldn't want to be around. You know, the same lifestyle, people doing certain things, and Lincoln kind of separated, me away from that and gave me a chance to pursue anything I want. Like, I can wake up and I can try to do different things. Like, even here on the podcast, I could wake up, say I want to start a podcast, one of my bros, and we do it, right? So, like, or even basketball, I say I want to, chase a championship, we go and we actually do it. Or even with my organization, PSU, People Stand United, there's a lot of things, we want to do a community service type of event. We schedule it for 2 weeks and we go and do it. Or even a party, we do it like a Club Steez party, something we seen on like TikTok, and the day before we were all wearing Steez type of outfits, and then the next day the entire campus is wearing Steez type of outfits. So like that stuff, like I don't happen back home, and I never thought what could happen, but it's just like gives me hope. Like I can really do like what I set out to do. So.
Something I learned since being here is like being at college is refreshing, even though like this is your home away from home. Like I was literally telling someone yesterday, like you don't understand how important college is until you actually get here. Like it's not a culture shock, but it's a culture shock because you're not used to it, but they accept you with open arms. That's what I like about college so much, honestly.
So speaking about, because you're from Philly, right? I want to know about like culture shock as far as driving up to Oxford, Pennsylvania, in the middle of nowhere. How big, or what was the biggest culture shock in going from Philly to Oxford, Pennsylvania?
I would say the biggest culture shock, I would say, is the people. Like, and I mean the Amish people. Like me being from Philly is people who look like me. I don't usually see people with riding horses with carriages, and like I only seen them on the movies before that. Like when I first seen them, it was weird. It was like, oh, these people are real. And it was just like, not saying that my city is dirty, but like it's more country over here. Cause back home that's a city. It's like it's trash everywhere, but it's like up here it's like, it's something different.
But speaking about Amish people, their food, a lot of people don't know. Have you ever had the Amish food down the block?
No, I heard so much about it, but I never had it yet.
No, their food is fire. I gotta get them. It's fresh. They're bacon, egg, and cheese. If you guys have any Amish people around you, definitely try bacon, egg, and cheese wrap. Like, fire.
Where did you specifically get it from? So like now, if I'm a treat, I got you to go.
It's like on the way to like Walmart. They have like an Amish market, and But I go there. It's open Thursday, Friday, Saturdays. Every weekend, I definitely make sure I go.
Oh my goodness. Okay. In regards to basketball, is this the end?
I hope it's not the end. Like if my goal has always been, to get paid to play. Like I spent so many hours dedicating to basketball. I would like to. I've reaped the benefits already of playing basketball, getting a chance of getting a college degree, which God willing I get in the next few months. But if I can make this into a career and get paid playing basketball, that's definitely the goal. Obviously, a lot of factors play into it: circumstance, book country, or if I get to stay here, what type of opportunity. But definitely, I do see basketball in my future somehow, some way. And
Oh yeah, never stop chasing your dreams, man. No matter what anybody else tells you.
Sure.
I've asked you this before on episodes in the past. If there is any sport on campus that you would play besides basketball, what sport would that be and why?
I said this before in a previous episode, but I gotta say it again: football. Like I know a lot of people think I'm skinny and I don't got the body for it, but I used to play football when I was younger, and I still have the confidence I'm not going to drop a lot of like passes. Like, the quarterback gets the ball to me, and in the vicinity, whether I'm getting hit or not, I have the confidence in myself. I'm going to come down with it. I don't know. I haven't played at the college level ever, so maybe I'm being a little delusional, but that's just the confidence I have as a competitor and athlete that throw the ball in my direction, I'm coming down.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. You gotta have confidence as an athlete, but college football here, I'm not gonna lie, bro. It was never easy. It was never easy. Well, to answer that question I asked you, for me, it is and will always will be baseball because baseball is my first love. Like within sports, I just grew more into football, I would say, quicker than I did. Baseball was always easier for me to play, but I lost motivation for it. And I wish I never lost it because if I would have stuck to it, I would have been playing baseball right now.
So I have a question about baseball. Because people say what Ohtani do is the hardest thing to do in all sports. Can you, I never understood, what does he do that makes that more special than what track athletes do, football athletes? What's so special about what he's been doing last season or last few seasons?
You said, who again? You said
Ohtani?
Ohtani.
Mm-hmm. Or do you even agree with that? That what he does is
sure.
Crazy?
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. When he went to the Dodgers, he just blew up. Bro, you know how hard it is to get a home run in the MLB, bro. Like that's hard. And this man is coming all the way from Japan. Like the Dodgers right now, they have a lineup because they just got some players from the offseason, but that man is a good player. Like me watching baseball, I watch baseball for mostly all my life. Like even when the Phillies were in the World Series, when they were winning, all that stuff. But watching what Shohei is doing right now is almost like unbelievable because it's like, wow, it's expected based on the team he's on because it's like he's on the Dodgers. That's like the Lakers. You know what I'm saying? They've always been a good dynasty, but I'm just lost for words on what he's doing, and I'm excited for what he's gonna do this season. And just
so is it the amount of home runs that people are talking about, or is it more that he's doing?
I wouldn't say just the amount of home runs. That plays a part of it, but also what he does in the field as well. I haven't watched him in a while, but if I'm not mistaken, he's a pitcher. That man can throw. Pitching in baseball is hard as well. I'm not just saying the sport of baseball isn't hard because it is. Just it involves a lot of hand-eye coordination and just IQ as well. But yeah, from what I've seen about Shohei is a good player. Because even watching the playoffs last season, when my Phillies lost, I was like, okay, cool. The next team I had was the Dodgers because I'm like, I know they had the most talent. Plus they had Shohei and others. When they won the World Series, I was like, I told you.
You definitely did say that. I remember. If you guys watched the previous episode, you said before he won that. They definitely, yeah. So wait, to add on to that, what are the hardest, unbiased? What are the hardest sports to play / to learn, just overall? And I want to follow up
just
on that
overall. Oh, you said unbiased? I would say basketball. That's up there for sure because people don't. Y'all make dribbling a basketball way easier than it looks. And I'm like, okay, cool. I got long arms. I should be able to dribble a ball, or at least based off of my height and everything, but no, it's not easy. I could do it a little bit, but I bet you I can't do as much as you. Basketball, baseball's up there. Basketball, baseball, football, not in order. But it's those three, just based off of the simple things you have to do in order to be like, oh, I play this sport. Like how I said in baseball, it's hand-eye coordination. Basketball is mainly IQ. You know what I'm saying? You got 4 other teammates on the court with you, 9 on the floor. That's, you know what I'm saying? You have minimum space. With football, I don't gotta say too much about that. It's just a very physical sport. You gotta know what you're doing because if not, you're gonna get popped real quick.
Well, to follow up, my opinion, and this is unbiased because, as a kid, I grew up playing, all types of sports.
Same.
I started playing football, playing basketball, track, soccer. Unbiased, I would say the 2 hard sports to get better at or even, play at a high level are track and tennis. I know that sounds crazy for a lot of people, but, track, to increase your speed by even, 0.2 of a second, the amount of, training and body discipline you have to have, people don't understand. Is especially if you're running races that last no more than 10 seconds to increase your body speed. 0.2 is really I have a lot of respect for like track athletes and how they like prepare mentally and physically, and obviously like sports like basketball and football, it takes a lot of like work and repetition, but the attention to detail, like every single like step matters. And then tennis, like it was a point where I really wanted to be a tennis player. Like I really did, but the lateral. I don't know if you know, there was a story where Michael Jordan had I think somebody was trying to play against Michael Jordan, so they practiced playing tennis for the summer, and I see why, like the lateral quickness it takes and like the hand-eye coordination is insane. It's really insane.
That's crazy that you said tennis because I played for a very short time in like 7th grade, but like just off you seeing like the lateral quickness, it's not easy. Like that whole summer was like hell for me because it's like I should be able to do this. It's literally going back and forth from what I thought, but no, I was way more than that. Let's see. How do you feel about your Lincoln, like everything in Lincoln, like so far that you've done, your accomplishments, everything?
Are you talking about from like an athletic perspective or like
a student perspective?
I feel like I set out. Speaking first from an athletic perspective, like now, my 4 years of college basketball is over. Looking back on the journey, I've been able to accomplish like a lot. Like first of many things. Like one of 1,000-point scorers, the first men's champion ever, the most wins in school history ever. So like when I first came here, one thing that stuck with me the first day was like Lincoln Legacy, leaving the Lincoln Legacy, and I felt like that was my Lincoln legacy on the courts. Shifting the culture, having people believe and actually have hope that Lincoln University could win, because when we first got here, nobody thought winning was possible. So, and then off the court, like my organization, People Stand United, I feel like that was my legacy, or is still my legacy, just giving back to community. Like we consistently do stuff, throw events, fundraisers, and we just try to promote unity in the community and have fun. Like generally, like there's a whole bunch of times nobody has anything to do and PSU throws an event or has some type of outing or anything of the sorts, and that's just like my way to give back to the school for them giving to me. So I don't know, I still have more I want to do before I graduate, but as looking in hindsight so far, I can't complain.
I'm not gonna lie, man. When I was back home, I talked to like some neighbors and stuff, and they was like, "Wow, you a senior already?" I'm like, "Yes." Like something I wish I realized when I was in high school, like when someone would tell me, "Oh, college is gonna go by fast," I never thought in all of my years it would be this fast. Because it's like I remember the first time coming here, freshman year, like it looked amazing to me because it's like that was a whole new world. Like you said, I was coming from Philly, I wasn't used to this. I'm like, okay, what about and then like especially since like the high school that I was going to, it wasn't like this either. Like I went to all boy high school. It was like, okay, cool. That was a brotherhood I had. Now coming to here, it's like, wow, it's a whole different world. I thank Lincoln a lot for that, bro.
So do you have any regrets?
What do you mean, like
now that you're soon to be graduated, was there anything you wish you would have joined, anything of that sort?
No, I would say I joined all the orgs I wanted to. My original goal, which is what I completed, was like to be a collegiate athlete, no matter the cost, if I was walking or not, and that's what I did. Because I've been talking about college since I was a kid. I'm like, okay, I'm going to college. I'm a first gen.
That's fire.
So it's like just me getting to this point. It's like I'm right there. This is what I've been working on for years. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't have no regrets because this is what I wanted. Like literally.
First gen, that's a big deal. Like a lot of people, especially I know you're from Philly, I'm from New York, don't get a chance to graduate. So just graduating out of itself it's an accomplishment. You can't take for granted.
Oh yeah. Just saying that you went through college, that's a major milestone as well. And then just being, like you said, being from places where we're from, that's not normal. That's not normalized for people who are like us. It's like, wow, like, you really went to college? It was just like, yes. Oh, man.
So thank you guys once again tuning in to episode 6 of Athletic Adjustments, and we'll be back soon with a very special guest. Thank you guys for tuning in. Peace.
Peace.